But before we get into the stats, I want to just show why I love Derrick Jones Jr. so much. It's not the points. It's obviously not the points and the rebounds and the assists, because he doesn't really impact the game in that aspect. But he's a pretty good defender, and he's got freakish athleticism. He's got better athleticism than Russell Westbrook, honestly. So here we get this. I'm gonna play a little bit of a clip here of Derrick Jones Jr., and he's just going to come out from the wing, catch a pass from Damian Lillard, and just 360 spinning layup, reverse layup, and it falls. Like, this is what this man brings to this kind of team. He just can't really figure out what he should be doing in this kind of team, because there's just so much kind of just scoring talent. So he gets lost in the shuffle a little bit and can't really know what to do offensively for this team. But this is what the man can do: spinning 360, driving baseline layup. Absolutely magnificent. The man is athletic as all heck, folks. Big fan of Derrick Jones Jr. Just needs to kind of, I don't know, he just needs to see where he fits in. So here we go, and we see he goes down to the bench, and that's what we love to see. That's what we were saying. How was Norman Powell going to fit into this starting rotation? And now that Derrick Jones Jr. goes to the bench, he's having more success there. That's what we were saying all season. We love Derrick Jones Jr. Just didn't think he really fit in the starting lineup of this team. But coming off the bench, he had a great game. We'll get to it in a second. But this is the new starting lineup for the Blazers, and this is kind of what I would expect them to rock with for the rest of the season. So here we go. Damian Lillard at the 1, CJ McCollum at the 2, Norman Powell at the 3, like he was doing in Toronto. So, you know, he's used to it. Robert Covington at the 4, and then Jusuf Nurkic back at the starting 5. So this is exactly what the lineup we thought was going to happen, and here it is. Alrighty, so here we go. Damian Lillard, 22 points, 11 assists. Fantastic work. Didn't shoot great, but still got the win, and good points and assists. Then CJ McCollum, 23 points, 5 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks, getting it all done. Shot 1 of 7 from 3. So this man has really not been a good three-point shooter. Can't really rely on him for the threes a little bit, but everything else is fantastic. Jusuf Nurkic still getting into the hang of things, 10 points, 4 rebounds. Robert Covington, 13 points, 12 rebounds, and then Norman Powell, 13 points, 3 rebounds on 50% shooting. That's all he needs to do. So fantastic job by the starters. And then look at this bench, folks. Look at this bench. Oh, love it. Derrick Jones Jr., 16 points off the bench. I think that's the most points he scored all season long, folks. And he's been the starter for the entire season. Just got brought down to the bench since Norman Powell came. But 16 points, 3 rebounds. Fantastic. Shot 77%, 1 of 3 from 3. Those were only his misses from the three-point line. All the other shots went down. So that's that. Now we're starting to cook here, Derrick Jones Jr. Now we're starting to talk. And then we still got Enes Kanter off the bench, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Fantastic work. And we still got Carmelo Anthony off the bench, 8 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. And we still got Anthony Simmons off the bench, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist in only 13 minutes. This team is deep. They got playmakers everywhere, folks. Love this Blazers team. Watch out for this deadly Blazers team. Let's just be hypothetical very quickly. Let's say the season ended today, no playing tournament, that's all nonsense, just regular playoff rules here. The Blazers would face the Lakers in the first round. Or no, they would face the Clippers in the first round, and I'm telling you, I think the Blazers could upset the Clippers. I think they could upset the Clippers, absolutely. So, I mean, there's really no team that's 100% better than the Blazers, just kind of pure roster standpoint. The Jazz, they kind of match up evenly with the Jazz. The Suns, they match up evenly with the Suns, just top to bottom, great roster. The Clippers, same thing, maybe even a little bit more deeper than the Clippers, a little bit more consistently. They're kind of bench players than the Clippers. The Lakers, I mean, you have to run into LeBron James, so I kind of have to tip the scales into favor of LeBron James. Lakers team. The Nuggets, they got Aaron Gordon, so that's going to be a little bit of trouble. So definitely try to avoid facing the Nuggets, but the Spurs, easy win there. The Mavericks, easy win there. They can compete with the best of them here in the Western Conference. So watch out for this Blazers team, folks.